Your eye is a lamp that provides light for your body. When your eye's healthy, your whole body's filled with light. But when your eye's unhealthy, your whole body is filled with darkness. And if the light you think you have is actually darkness, how deep that darkness is. What we see depends not only on what we look at, but where we're standing, what we're focusing on, and what kind of light is shining. How do you see things? What's your point of view? What do you pay attention to? What kind of lighting do you have? At a distance, this flower doesn't look like much. But it attracted my attention because, following a prolonged drought, it flowered for the first time in over 20 years. So it's worth looking at. When you do look at the flower, what you see depends on your point of view, what you choose to focus on, and where you're standing in relation to the light. We tend to think that more light means we can see better. But glare can blind, and details often show up better when the light is low. Does your attention rest on the flower, or are you distracted by surroundings? Are you still and quiet enough in your spirit to see the details of what nature may be trying to reveal to you? Sometimes things are just not very clear, and you need to wait for uncertainty to give way to clarity. But to see the full detail, you may need to move and shift your point of view. Your vision may seem clear to begin with, but if confusion, distraction, or doubt set in, you may only be able to hold on to a small portion of what you first saw. It's not only what we see, but how we see that's important. Culture, expectations, past experiences, inherited attitudes can all act like lenses that distort the way we see things. What's your first reaction to something new? Do you keep your distance? Are there barriers of uncertainty, doubt, or fear? Do you look through a critical eye, noticing the dust of life? Or do you keep focused on the beauty? What may look attractive to one person may appear as odd, confusing, or even threatening to another who is looking through a different filter. What if you've inherited colour blindness and have never seen the full range of visible colours. Are you in a hurry? Or have you allowed time for details to be filled in before reacting to what you see? Do you have an all or nothing view? Do you tend to see things in black and white? Or do you dislike extremes and prefer shades of grey and compromise? How do you know that what you see is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Perhaps you're sure that you're seeing clearly because what you see seems so bright. But unless you find a source of truth you can trust and compare your view with what others see, you may not notice your own distortions. You may be drawn to focus on one particular area that resonates with you. Because of your personality or life experiences, you may be particularly attuned to this part. If you draw attention to the presence and significance of what you notice, others have the opportunity to see it too. However, what begins as a resonance can develop into a passion, become an obsession, and finally twist into a distortion of the original truth. Leaders in particular need to be aware of this risk. When a subject is simply too big for you to focus on it all at once, putting your view together with someone else's can enable you to see more than you could alone. The life of Jesus challenges us to see things through different eyes. We may look and see a crown of thorns, torture and a death sentence, or evidence of love and life and hope in the most unlikely setting. Your eye is a lamp that provides light for your body. When your eye is healthy, your whole body is filled with light.